What's up, guys? Today's video is on the top 5 best PC gaming controllers in 2022. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that'll meet the needs of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's get started. If you're in pursuit of a quality product with a top-tier design, we say look no further than the Razer Wolverine V2 Chroma, the best designed PC gaming controller available on the market in 2022. Razer's premium controller has been updated with important new features on almost all fronts, while maintaining ergonomics and design. The first thing that catches your eye in this review is that all kinds of functions and useful elements have been added to the design that has already convinced us. The ergonomics are simply perfect, with excellent grip on the side, with rough anti-slip surfaces, and a structure that is very similar to that of the Xbox controller. Compact in shape and measuring 6.26 by 4.17 by 2.57 inches and weighing 13.4 ounces, this is a controller that fits easily in your hands and fits well. Very comfortable and with quick access to all buttons, which are not few. The controller maintains the essence of Wolverine with mechanical buttons for instant response, analog sticks without dead spots, and extraordinary smoothness when using them. Of course, we have all the buttons and shortcuts needed for the Xbox Series X, such as the share button. We have a total of 4 rear levers and 2 additional upper buttons, fully customizable to assign the actions we want. This is an important step forward, because the back buttons are almost a requirement in many genres and competitive titles. That's not the end of the news. The controller comes with replaceable sticks for those who prefer the mushroom format or others with a blank interior, so they can adjust the position of the finger. In both cases, the response of the rod is very good, and in addition, its sensitivity can be adjusted thanks to the Razer application. Good stuff. A thumbs up from here. If you want to save some money and still get a good product, we especially highlight the PowerA Enhanced Wired Controller, the best budget PC gaming controller available on the market in 2022. The device includes 3 rear buttons that aim to greatly enhance your gaming experience. The advanced wireless controller is basically a regular Pro controller, except that it has 3 additional buttons on the back. The device still has 2 analog rods, a crosshead, buttons A, B, and X, and buttons plus, minus, home, and the screenshot option, plus the upper buttons and triggers. Except for the configurable rear buttons, this model is practically the same as the Pro controller. However, one of the most special things about it is that it's available in many different designs created by passionate and artistic players. On the one hand, part of the handle of the enhanced wireless controller does not have the same texture of the micro-perforated and non-slip rubber that the official Nintendo controller has. And on the other hand, this new model has a slightly thicker body than the Pro controller. The rear or advanced game buttons, which we named earlier, are located on the back. 2 of them where the horns connect with the rest of the control structure, 1 on each side, and the others in the lower center. Each of these buttons has a unique function. The side buttons are those that can be configured to reassign any function and another button on the device, while the center button is used to perform this process, but without the ability to assign another function to it. Overall, the controls are comfortable and work very well when playing on the Switch. However, the back buttons are a bit sensitive compared to other Elite controllers for Xbox and PlayStation. Of course, it works very well considering how relatively cheap it is. Also, the users point out that this model offers a great feeling in the hands, and the battery life is fantastic. For the listed price, we are thoroughly impressed. Up next, we present the Turtle Beach Recon Controller, also known as the best wired PC gaming controller available on the market in 2022. Turtle Beach Recon Controller has a solid build quality. From the first moment you hold it in your hand, you can feel the quality and effort that Turtle Beach engineers have invested in making a highly ergonomic and smooth controller. One of the very important points is that this controller is extremely light, measuring 1.08 pounds, and that's part of the reason why the player feels very comfortable, regardless of how long the playing sessions become. This controller comes with micro-cooling channels that keep your hands cool and dry while reducing fatigue during long gaming sessions. One of the things we especially like is the cable with USB Type-C connector. The long onboard cable is especially useful if you're one of the players who has a console in place away from your sofa or gaming chair. The cable is braided, which means it can be bent or placed in any position without fear of damage and is very resistant. One of the strongest points of the Turtle Beach Recon Controller is superhuman hearing feature, a technology patented by Turtle Beach and comes in the vast majority of headphones recently released. This gives you the advantage of being able to hear subtle sounds that change the game to the next level of sound. The footsteps of the enemy creeping up on you are even more audible. When you use superhuman hearing, you not only have a phenomenal sound, but you also have a competitive advantage. All of the buttons on Turtle Beach Recon are of pretty good quality or equal to the controls of the Xbox consoles. It even has a share button that was first introduced on the new controls of the Xbox next-gen console. Turtle Beach Recon comes with built-in buttons for preset equalizations, a mix of in-game and chat volume, microphone monitoring, and more to provide great comfort when performing any action on our headphones. And finally, another advantage, this controller provides a great bang for the buck. Good stuff, a thumbs up from here. The next product we'll talk about in our review list is Sony DualSense Controller, which deservedly won the title of Best Wireless PC Gaming Controller available on the market in 2022. DualSense Controller has been the main argument of Sony in recent months, and once you feel it, we understand why. The controller is pleasant to the touch and full of innovations to make the game even more impressive. The touch feedback differs from the vibration of DualShock 4, especially adaptive triggers. So the new DualSense has an advanced feedback system, adaptive triggers, and an integrated microphone and speaker combination that raises the bar to a whole new level. Feel the physical reaction to your actions in the game with the adaptive triggers that'll adapt to the games you play. Also included in the mix is a new vibration system. In your hands, these dynamic vibrations can simulate the feeling of everything from the environment to the jerk of different weapons. Experience different levels of strength and tension as you interact with your equipment and gaming environment. Whether it's pulling an increasingly tight tendon or braking a car at full speed, feel physically connected to your actions on screen. In terms of power, the battery life should be similar to the DualShock 4 or stronger since the DualSense has Li-ion battery of 1560 mAh, while the DualShock 4 had a capacity of 1000 mAh, a noticeable difference that indicated an increase in autonomy. Next, in terms of design, you still get a large touchpad that can be used as a button, while a light strip now surrounds the touchpad, giving it a very futuristic look. The controller also sports a USB Type-C charging port, a headphone jack for plugging in a set of headphones. The device also takes full advantage of the new adaptive triggers that now offer increased or decreased resistance, depending on the game you're playing and the situation you're in. The DualSense controller also comes with a built-in gyroscope that fully enhances the gaming experience. You can control certain aspects of the game by moving and tilting the wireless controller. This is a quality product, and all we can do is recommend it. Finally, we present the Xbox Core Controller, the best overall PC gaming controller on the market in 2022. The new controller has more or less the same general design as the Xbox One controller. According to Microsoft Teams, the goal was to keep the form that the players know and not to change the reflexes that they acquired in the previous generation. The controller is actually a bit more compact so that smaller hands can use it. Fortunately, this is not the only change. For the rest, Microsoft was obviously inspired by its excellent Elite Series 2 controller to improve by a few points. As for the novelty, we like the new grip that was added where the palms land, to improve grip, but also on the triggers and LB-RB buttons. We also find this effect at the level of two rods, always asymmetric. This significantly improves the grip of the controller and immediately gives it a premium effect. The Xbox controller also adds a new button in the middle on the front, the Share button. On Xbox consoles, it allows you to quickly take a screenshot of the game or save the last moments of the game on video. In particular, we find certain specifics of the Xbox One controller, such as additional vibration motors at the trigger level, which are especially pleasant in racing games and FPS titles. On the front, buttons A, B, X, and I are always colored. Microsoft explains that this helps people with dyslexia to quickly identify the right buttons. First of all, the controller is obviously compatible with the Xbox Series X and Series X consoles, but also with the Xbox One generation. Like the Xbox One controller, Steam and most of the games available in Windows 10 fully recognize it. The Xbox controller comes with only two AA LR06 disposable batteries from Duracell. In this way, Microsoft gives players more choices. Some fans of the brand appreciate the possibility of using rechargeable batteries instead of built-in batteries. Because yes, one of the latest great innovations of this controller is the transition to the USB-C port. Much more convenient to use and obviously better suited for switching all mobile devices to this new format. In conclusion, the Xbox Core Controller offers excellent grip that provides flawless comfort, and the innovations brought to this new generation allow a nice shift to a higher rank. You wanted the best? You got it. So that's it for the best PC gaming controllers of 2022. Like, comment, and subscribe to receive notifications about our latest videos.